take a photo.
موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة أفلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إليه.
In organizing exhibitions where the students from various countries present their country and describe their culture, showing different artifacts and models. However, this year the club decided that we should take some initiative in changing this continuous tradition and become even more creative. And that's when the thought of the International Night came into our mind. There's not much I can say about this International Night, because whatever I say will never be enough to justify the feeling we have to be able to perform together as one hand in the presence of this greatly thanked audience. However, if there would be an important point worth mentioning, that point would be to mention this university's role as an academic institution, bringing together international students from 30 different countries all around the world. It is really outstandingly amazing that we're all gathered here from all over the globe, sharing a wonderful experience and at the same time gaining knowledge in many different specializing areas the university provides. Many, or may I say all, of the international students, except for those doing their master's degree, are on a 4-year course. This time spent or consumed in the university may seem like a short time span for some. However, this is the most important period of time that anyone can ever spend, and that is because these 4 years are where you start to build your future, and it also determines what will become of your future. Not to forget that it also shapes your personality and prepares you to face the world as a responsible individual. However, as much as our past is important, we should not forget that it is what we do in the present is what makes the change. So let's all have a great present so that one day when we go back to our countries, we can share a common past, full of rich memories to cherish and to keep. Coming back to the present again, we are all gathered here for the opening ceremony of the International Night 2002, which will be comprising of cultural displays, shows, music, and visual documentaries, all presented by the international students themselves. Before last, on behalf of the international students, I would like to convey our most sincere expressions of gratitude to the Dean of Students, the Deputy Dean of Students, their secretaries. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for inviting me to the International Night 2002. I'm delighted to be here in this unique and interesting social occasion. It is pleasing to know that despite the pressure of study commitments and adjustments to a new and possibly entirely different environment, a small but dedicated group of young people have managed to take such a bold initiative to organize this colorful event. I therefore offer my congratulations to all who have realized this beautiful germ of an idea. International students are an asset to the host academic institutions they are enrolled in. They bring with them diverse ideas and healthy competition, besides fostering tolerance and goodwill through an understanding of different cultures. And this in turn will help strengthen existing ties between nations. Although UBD is a relatively small university, it has been making a modest effort to attract international students since 1985, when it was first established. Since then, 253 international students enrolled in a variety of scholarship programs have passed through its portals. For example, the Commonwealth Scholarship Scheme has attracted scholars from such countries as Dominica, Ghana, Mauritius, and Zambia. Scholarships have been awarded under the ICISCO Scholarship Scheme to scholars from countries like Indonesia, Malaysia, Oman, and Thailand. There have also been several government scholarships which were established with ASEAN, Sabah, Sarawak, Oman, Maldives, and southern Thailand. This year, the newly established Tabung Insania, Kosovo, and the ASEAN University Network have also been added to the list. Currently, 97 undergraduate and postgraduate students are enrolled in a vast array of fields of study, such as applied linguistics, business administration, public health, religious studies, science, and teacher education. In addition, 49 students are enrolled at the university as fee-paying students from various countries, including India, Nepal, Pakistan, Singapore, and Sudan, bringing the total number of countries represented at UBD to 30. While there is a need to do well academically, it is equally important to realize that valuable lessons are not confined to lecture halls alone. Globalization is the catchword these days, and so it would do well for international and local students to seize this opportunity to interact with each other and exchange ideas, and later still engage in discussion with their lecturers, many of whom are from overseas. Many of you will return home to form the elite and possibly becoming future leaders in your countries.
Ethical puso before you declare on the completion of your studies. Such experiences, I would say, will help you to better appreciate our Brunei culture and widen your horizons towards developing a global. May you bring home fond memories obviously as well as useful ideas that you may be able to apply. Now,
Thank you, distinguished guest of honor, for the enlightenment inspiration.
The 10th largest in the world and the longest in Southeast Asia. It also has the largest lake, the Tonle Sap, which provides one of the richest sources of freshwater fish in the world. Cambodia is emerging on the global scene with parts of a recent fashionable movie, the Lara Croft Tomb Raider, shot on location there. We'll now look at the Union of Myanmar. Myanmar is another Southeast Asian neighbor of Brunei. It consists of about 41 million inhabitants, of which most are Buddhists. For most of them, Buddhism is the center of individual life. One of the favorite meals in Myanmar is hot noodle soup flavored with coconut. This is as a breakfast. If you visit a family in Myanmar, a typical gesture of hospitality would involve offering you materials and equipment for making a chew of betel. This will help to clean the mouth, sweeten the breath, and settle the stomach. One event you cannot miss in Myanmar is traveling by bus, or preferably Oxcat, to visit a notable pagoda or to attend a festival. And now to my country. Commonwealth of Dominica. This tiny island about the size of Singapore is called the Nature Island of the Caribbean. Its mountainous ranges tell tales of its volcanic origins. It boasts of having the largest boiling lake in the entire world and has 365 rivers, one for every day of the year to choose from. This West Indian country is well known for its underwater treasures as well as its warm and friendly people. With a population of about 17,000 people, Dominica has a rich culture emerging from its mix of English, French, African, and Carib peoples. This is evident in the food, the dance, language, and hospitality by gentle rolling hills and flat plains. There are more than 100 linguistic and ethnic groups that have been located in Ghana. Therefore, it is no surprise that its culture is equally diverse. Music and dance, an important tradition of Ghana, are performed at communal functions and ceremonies. The most popular Ghanaian music is the highly danceable style called highlife. Highlife is performed at dances by bands. The newest addition to UBD. They are going to sing Nasheed Islami. Let's give them a warm welcome.
يا رسول الله يا حبيب الله صلى الله على محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم من عمس بنوت يا أرضي مداريا بلاش يا الله مقابرندي محمد أشراب خيبر وعيدي محمد أشراب